Hello everybody, this is Kathy, and thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm here with part 2 of my Spool Advent Calendar Journal, so I hope you stick around. When we first met in part 1, I showed you how I created the base. Now I've done a little bit since you've been gone, and show you what I felt I had to do. First, I just decorated the top a little bit. I think it came out cute. I added some lace and a little reindeer and some ribbon. Then what I did as well is I added this piece to the spool. And what I did was I back this with some cardstock to give it some weight. I added a elastic, and then I made this. I realized that when I was doing an advent calendar, I wanted some way to keep the calendar open to that particular day. So the 1st of December, I wanted to be able to show, and I would do that by wrapping this around, setting them both up, which I won't do now, and being able to show the first day of the Advent. Then, as we went along, I wanted to be able to move on to number 2 and have a place to wind it up to. And this is what I came up with. So essentially what I saw, if you have a mantle or a dining room table or the top of a shelf, you could have this displayed with the day of the Advent that it is. Okay, so I'm going to take this off of this spool, and the way I did this spool is first I decorated it the exact same way as the first one on the top. Then I wrapped it in lace, made sure it stuck in place because I didn't want this being able to move around. I added a button, and that's what the elastic clips onto to hold it in place. And there's probably other ways you could have done it, but I thought this was a pretty cool way. And I knew that this spool, which was the same size as this one, was big enough to hold all the ribbon that you would unwind. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm also going to show you what I felt I had to do. This ribbon was polyester, so very difficult to stick things to. What I did was I tried out several ways to make sure things would stick. First, I used double-sided tape. You see that that doesn't work. And then I used just glue. That didn't work. And then what I found, that because this is polyester and there's openings in the ribbon, if I backed it with paper, it works. It sticks. So, that being said, what I did was I sewed, this is packaging paper, on the inside of the ribbon. I still have to clean this up here. I had trouble with my tension. But that's what I did. So let's get on to decorating, which is what I'll be doing today. First, I wanted to measure where the first Advent would start. So I didn't want it to start here. I wanted this to be wrapped up. So I figured we'd wrap it a little bit and start it right around here. So it's about this check after I rolled it. So we'd start about right here. And then we're going to go approximately, originally I had said 8 inches. So that would be 8 inches. I'm probably going to do 6 inches. Let's see how much room that gives us. Well, maybe 8, 6 to 8 for each day of the Advent. So let's get started. I did take out a few things, and I did do one thing on my own, and that was create the little number. I put in a ribbon, and I figured that would go right here. The numbers would go at the beginning of each Advent day. And I'm going to set this out, see how it looks, and then glue it down. So I cut out a bunch of stuff from CarolinesCraftTree Mega Christmas Digi Kit. And I also cut out some of these pretty little green punches. Not green, gold. Have some lace. I have one of the postcards from the Digi Kit. I actually have 2 here. I cut a little pocket, and I think I'm going to round the corners of the pocket on the 1/4 inch side. Maybe I'll just round the bottoms. Then I picked out some photos. This is from Tim Holtz's photo stuff. This was an offcut of one of the punches that I used for the top of this. So I thought that would make a cute frame. So let's start with that first. I cut out a backing piece of paper, and I'm going to put these in here. Let me move all this so I can move this up. And glue it together down here. I'm going to glue this on first. Glue the ladies. And when I think of Christmas or any of the holidays, obviously I think of family. So I pictured these 3 ladies being sisters, getting together at home for the holidays. I was going to put that frame on there, and I cut out a little piece of plastic acetate. This is from what's called cake rolls that you can get on Amazon. And I'm going to put it on with some tape runner. I'm not worrying about this excess. I'm just going to fold that around the back. Just like that. Or I could have cut it off. But then it sticks to my scissors. But I will cut this off because it's acting funny. And I'm going to find that piece of acetate, which is here. I can barely see it. I'm going to put this on top. And that'll stick to it. Then this is going to go on it. And that also has to go on with tape. And fold those back as well. Oh, wrong way. Put it this way. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna need to do some trimming. Pardon me. I've had a tickle in my throat all day. Wonder who came up with that name of tickle in your throat. Huh. Things you wonder about. Okay. I think that will do. I'm going to put this down here just to cover that. And I wanted to put one of these little gold things on there. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Now I do have a wonderful recipe for cranberry bread, and this was a vintage recipe that I also purchased from CarolinesCraftTree shop. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to sew it onto the ribbon. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I love it. It looks like actually my mother's handwriting. It's funny. Okay, and what I didn't do that I wanted to do was ink it. Even though it's already kind of inked up, I still wanted to do that, which is okay. I can still do it. Okay, next, let's set some things in place, which I don't usually do. I'm usually not a planner, but I'll try to be one today. Let me also ink this. And this. Okay. And I have this pocket. In the pocket, I'm not sure if I'm going to put in this envelope. I think that's what I'll do. Can move that over. And this adorable little envelope, I am going to glue it shut. Cute. I have some choices here. I can put in a postcard. And it could be interactive. You could journal on that. That could go there. Then, this is kind of cute. It says Happy Holidays, and I could have this here pointing this way. And should I have that on this? So that could go on here. Okay, also have a tag. That. Can put a button on it. That'll be pretty. Let me do that. And I have a button ready to go. Do a little faux sew. I like to do faux sewing. Certainly is much easier. Whoops. Than regular sewing. Okay. And tie that up. Clip it. And I'm going to glue this. I wonder if I could cut this into a card. And put that little card in there. Let me see if it'll let me round the corners. Cute. Ink it up. Oh, I love the digis from this kit. I especially like it because they're vintagey, and I love to combine bright colors with vintage colors. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the ends. And I don't think I'll put it at the bottom. So it'll be almost like a belly band. And then this goes right in there. We're going to attach this. When I'm doing this, because of this polyester ribbon, I always try to put part of it on something else and then make sure that I have enough glue, because when I roll it, it's going to make things want to flip up. So you want to make sure that you have enough stuff where you're supposed to have it. Okay, and this was the little envelope. That's so cute. Now, when I put this in as well, because I'm not gluing this anywhere, I'm going to put it up and down. It'll be easier to fold it. Less bulk. Okay, I can put this here. Let me see how many inches we're talking about now. Yeah, it's 10 inches. Really too many inches. So I'm going to move this over a bit. And load it up with glue. So the glue seeps through. Okay, that's glued. Save that. I want to put another couple of these little gold pieces here. I'm going to put that there. And why not? Right up there. Then we need to glue this down. You always have to be cognizant of not putting stuff above the ribbon, because if you do, it won't stick on the, it won't roll on the spool. And let me put this up, put it here. It's pretty there. Yeah. Looks pretty with the poinsettia. Okay, now for the lace, and I'm going to put the lace on a piece of paper. Maybe I'll do piano paper. And you know how I love piano paper. And I'm going to glue it. I think I might have to glue it on this side. Yeah. Down here. Oh, I wanted to go this way. Okay. Okay, and we're going to glue this down. And I know I did this before, but it's just not dark enough. Okay. So we'll put that down. And we're directing traffic to number 2. Now, I haven't decided what to put in to separate, you know, the days. You know, I could put in washi. Oh, this is pretty washi. So I could do this. I need something there. Let's see what I've got. Maybe if I cut out this dog, he's cute. Let me find my punch. There went one. Okay, I like him. He has a piece of holly in his mouth. And he's got faux stitches around him. Okay. I have an extra one of these. Almost need something around that. Let's see. I need a piece of, maybe I'll put a little thing behind him. Yeah, that's cute. I can do that. And let's see what kind of ribbon I have. This little piece of ribbon. I have this still. Let's see. What if we just use Mary? Put little banner-like edge, like that. Okay, let's get this glued in the center. Then yeah, that'll do. We'll press it down hard. Want to make sure it's getting into that bottom layer of paper. And if you didn't want to put the paper on the back and go through that trouble, you could have put, I could have put Mod Podge or a collage medium over the top of the ribbon, but I just thought that would be a sticky mess. But if you did it as you went along and each section did it, it wouldn't be so bad. And I forgot to ink it up. Okay, so I hope you like this today. I'll be trying to do a couple a week because we have to, I want them all done obviously by the beginning of December, but I think that's really cute. Let me show you up close. And that's it. So when I go to wind it up, I'm going to attach it like this. First, before I wind it up, I would have it on display. I'm going to put it on my shelf, the top of my bookshelf. And I would have it on the table so that it looks like that. Then when I'm done with number 1, ready for number 2, I would wind it up. Whoop. What was that? Nothing. And what I think I'm going to do, I see that this is coming up. I'm going to kind of train it with my hands. I'll show you what I mean. Let me put some more glue on here. I didn't put very much. And what I mean by train it with my hands is, obviously I'm not going to fold it so that this is folded in half, but I'm going to kind of train it to go around the spool. So I'm going to kind of like that, crunch it, crunch it. Of course, I should let that piece dry first. So what I'm saying is, you need to be careful when you're rolling it up. Now in the beginning, this is what's going to happen. Oh, I thought it was going to open up again. See how it does that? But that's okay. Okay, I'm going to let this dry before I do that. And I want to thank you for joining me today. And please join me again as we move along on this cute spool Christmas Advent calendar journal. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Bye.